I'm Sharon Macklis at IDG Communications, here with episode 45 of Do More with R, a quick look at dplyr's new across function. Analyzing a data frame by column is one of R's great strengths. But what if you're a tidyverse user and you want to run a function across multiple columns? As of dplyr 1.0, there'll be a new function for this, across. Let's take a look. On the day I recorded this video, dplyr 1.0 was not yet available on CRAN. However, you can get access to all the new functions by downloading the development version with remotes install GitHub tidyverse/dplyr, as you see here on the first line of code, which I've already done. For this demo, I'll use some data showing COVID-19 spread. USA Facts confirmed US cases by day and county. If you want to follow along, you can find out more about the data at usafacts.org. You can download it under a Creative Commons license as long as you credit them in any published work, as I have just now. I'll load the dplyr and readr packages. And remember, I've got the development version of dplyr. This won't work yet with the CRAN version. And next I'll read in the file I already downloaded into a variable called cases. If we view the data frame, this is not a tidy data set, but it does work as a good example for using across. Next, I'm going to subset the data for just New York State in March and April to make results easier to see. So I'm filtering for state equals New York, and I'm selecting county names that start with either a 3 or a 4 for March or April. Typically, if I wanted to get the total for each day, I'd either reshape the data or use a package like Janitor to add a total row. But if I wanted a separate summary data frame in this format, I can now use across. So what is across? I think of it as perform a function on each column, one column at a time. And it lets you do this without having to name every column one by one or use a per mapping function. So here's what the code looks like for give me the sum of every numeric column in this data frame. The first argument for across should be the data frame, but that's taken care of with the pipe here above. So the first argument here for across is the columns to operate on. This takes any dplyr select syntax. So here I'm saying any numeric column. I could have also given a range, such as in the second code block, 2 to the number of columns, or maybe just look at April using select syntax starting with 4. But let me run this and take a look at the results. You can see that I have a new summarized data frame with one sum for each date column. Across also allows for multiple functions to be run on each column in the same code. For example, what if I want to see the maximum and median for each day? If I create a list of named functions, I can apply that list all at once. So hopefully you can see that in this first code block, I created a list called median underscore and underscore max with 2 functions. One with the median, removing any missing values, and the other with the maximum, again, applying maximum and removing any missing values. So let me run that. Now I'll create a new summarized data frame called April, median, and max here from my New York data set. I'll select all the April columns, that's the starts with 4, and then add my named list of functions as this final argument. Let me run that, and let's see what happens. Each date column now has 2 columns, one with the median and one with the maximum, April 1st, April 2nd, and so on. Not the tidiest of data formats, but sometimes we live in a world where people want a human-readable format like this. Now, No data reshaping required. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. For more R tips, head to the Do More with R page at bit.ly/DoMoreWithR, all lowercase except for the R. You can also find the Do More with R playlist on the YouTube IDG Tech Talk channel, where you can subscribe so you never miss an episode. Hope to see you next time. Stay healthy and safe, everyone.